Well, we are standing right outside the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, one of the largest fuel suppliers for Sri Lanka and also for Colombo. And what we see right here, we can show you visuals that there's huge long serpentine queues that's been made right outside this particular fuel station. And yes, of course, what's also important to note over here is in fact Sri Lanka, that's been in deep economic crisis, has been seeing a steady increase in terms of the fuel pricing. For example, for today's going rate, if you're looking at petrol, the petrol's going rate, what we're looking at is nearly 254 rupees. And when we spoke to the people right here, what they also tell us is that in fact it was at least about 100 and in fact it was at least 137 per litre. And this is just about a month ago, which means an increase of nearly 117 rupees just in a matter of 1 month. So we are also looking at where the price of petrol has been increased twice in just as many as 2 or 3 weeks right now. So definitely is burning a huge hole in the pockets of people. Let me go across to the common man who's feeling as far as this particular economic crisis is concerned. So joining us right now is in fact an auto driver. Your good name?
I'm Nimal.
Nimal. Okay. For how long have you been driving the auto?
In after 4 years now in Colombo.
It's been 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you any time, plunged into an economic crisis like this, as bad as this, before?
Pardon?
Something as bad as this that's happening right now, has it ever happened to you before?
Yes. Before very good, but too much problem in now because petrol are going up. Before 2 months. Once 77, it means 177 for 1 litre. Now it will go up, now 254 rupees. That's very expensive.
Okay. We also see that the tourism sector has not really picked up very well. But how exactly are you managing, how are you ensuring you're getting through the day? Because earlier you could do so, you could manage. But now how are you managing your expenses, daily expenses?
That is very difficult. That's very difficult because before we can earn maybe 5,000, 3,400, 4,000 rupees, but same figures earn in the today also, but very expensive. Petrol going up and our family expense and other things very going up. So very difficult living in Sri Lanka.
Okay, because of this issue, have you cut down your expenses? Has it happened in your house? Have you tried?
Yes, that is doing myself.
Okay. Okay, fine. You.
Ma'am, yes.
Okay.
What were you going to ask?
No, I was asking how is this economic crisis affecting you as a common man? We see the prices of fuel is steadily going up. How are you managing your monthly or even for that matter daily expenses?
It's very difficult to manage the daily expenses, ma'am, with the prices going up. But I guess as a nation, you have to cope with your difficult times as well, right?
Okay.
Sometimes the times are not always rosy. Sometimes they are like a bed of thorns. But at that time, you got to manage at that time as well. If you climb a hill only, you'll be able to climb the hill back down again.
What do you do?
I run a security firm, ma'am.
You run a security
firm, yes.
Okay. Has it affected your services?
Certainly, ma'am, because we find it very difficult to collect our payments from our customers, ma'am.
Okay.
It's extremely difficult because they don't want to part with money. Although we have provided security for them already, it's very difficult for us to collect the money which is being owed to us by the customers.
Since you said, you have to cope up as a nation, can you give me an example of at least about a month or 2 months ago per day, how much you used to spend for fuel, and today how much are you spending for 1 day?
Yes, ma'am. I usually use about 10 liters per day. So it was at IOC, I wouldn't know the price, but at Cipetco, the normal diesel was 121 rupees a litre. So that means 10 litres, 1,210. Now it's 176 a litre, which is 1,760 rupees for 10 litres, ma'am.
So you see the increase there?
Certainly, ma'am, certainly. That's why I said, of course, the people also have to think the government had to go through a lot of hardship. They got 450 lakhs injections. Each injection costing $5 maybe dollars to $20.
Sure.
You know.
I will also go across to a taxi driver here to understand how this situation has affected him in terms of, you know, he is a taxi driver. He also owns a travel agency. So if you could tell us in terms of, you know, how many vehicles do you own?
Very frankly says, I have only one vehicle, but like a 15 cars work with me.
Okay.
So now it's a little difficult time for us.
You are a taxi driver, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us that how difficult it is for you to get through the day, you know, in terms of your expenses? How is it today and how was it 2 months ago? If you can explain to us.
2 months ago, petrol price is 177 rupees. Now it's 254. So basically, more than 75 rupees it's increasing. So due to that, we have to spend lots of money for the petrol, the fuel, and we cut down lots of our expenses.
Are you earning enough business also at this moment?
In this
Has
moment,
it picked up?
as a travel agent, yes, I do.
Picking up.
Yeah, picking up.
Picking up,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's also eating up your expenses now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all right. Well, thank you. In fact, the voices that we're getting from right outside Ceylon Petrol Station, just right here at, on Havelock Road in Colombo, also bringing you visuals onto my right. There's a huge queue where several people are waiting in queue to buy diesel.